Hey beauties, it's Nikea here. I'm back. It's been a while since I have recorded and actually like talked to you all. I'm actually supposed to post a video. I'm supposed to post a video today that I still need to edit, but I figured I would come up here, do a chit chat, get ready with me, just to kind of catch you all up, let you know what's going on in my life, how I'm feeling, how things are going, what's new, what's old, what's happening, you know, just so y'all can be nosy and know what's going on. But before we get into this video, if you haven't already, take one quick second, go down below, click that subscribe button. Once you do that, that bell notification button's gonna pop up. Click that so that you never miss an upload. Join the club. And I just want to say one thing. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. I have reached and surpassed my 1,000 subscriber goal for the year. I'm actually very close to 1,300 now. So thank you all for subscribing. Make sure you watch my videos. That would really help me out. All right, let's get into this. All right, y'all. So although this is a chit chat, get ready with me, I'm not going to share all the products. It's my typical stuff. I'm just going to be talking while I do my makeup. I really don't have anything to do today. I do need to go to the post office. I am going to slick up my hair first. As of today is September 22nd, 2020. In March, the United States became aware of a virus, and we then went into social distancing. Some people quarantined, lockdown. Honestly, when it started, I thought I was only going to be on lockdown for like 2 weeks, or I was actually on spring break from my job, because as you all know, I'm a teacher. So I was on spring break, and I was like, yeah, we'll be out for spring break, and we'll probably be out for another week. Let's all laugh at that. I did not think that it would get to this point where we are now. So yeah, that was crazy. And it still is, because we're still living through a pandemic. So for me, initially, you know, I was just minding my business, staying home. I would go to the grocery store, and that's about it. You wasn't gonna catch me out in these streets socializing. I didn't even really order food offline. I think we had pizza one time when they first started doing this contactless delivery, and I actually enjoyed it because, you know, I don't need to talk to the delivery person. You know, I guess I don't like small talk. But yeah, so during this time I tried to stay busy and tried to stay, you know, creative and stay in contact with people. But yeah, it was a lot for me, going from being an extrovert to being somebody who had to stay in the house. You know, it really drained my energy. So during this time, I actually lost 2 family members. I lost my grandmother, and I lost my uncle, who was her youngest son. And I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks apart. And they were in New York. So I think I've mentioned that before on my channel, but that took a toll on me, because grief is real. And I think it was also intensified because of the pandemic and the circumstances, because we couldn't be with them when they were sick. We, you know, couldn't go check on them or anything like that, and, you know, be with them in their last moments. And it was just really rough for me, and I still have my moments. Even last night, I dreamt about grieving my grandmother, which is crazy that I'm dreaming about, you know, crying and missing her and stuff like that, you know. And I still have my moments, you know, some things trigger me, and, you know, when thoughts flood me about her in memory, you know, I just think about it and just embrace the grief. So I have been dealing with grief during this pandemic. And then, you know, death in the family brings, you know, family issues and drama to the surface. So, you know, dealing with that, other people grieving and dealing with the death of their loved ones. This whole virus, pandemic, and quarantine social distancing sucks and has not been good for me. You know, speaking of grief, you know, I feel like personally I've had to deal with mental health issues. Like I told y'all, I am an extrovert. I like to get my energy from being around people, and when I go from zero, from, you know, getting interactions to zero, then, you know, that was extremely traumatic for me. And I wasn't able to see a mental health therapist because I didn't have one before, and I just, with everything that was going on, like with my family and stuff, it was just a lot to try to like establish a relationship with somebody. So I did not talk to anyone professionally, but I do believe that I had and am still in with, like, I don't want to say slight, but like not even mild, like a step below mild depression, anxiety. And I say this because I couldn't sleep, my diet was off, I was dealing with insomnia, like my sleep pattern, like I was sleeping in and I wasn't feeling myself, just like really out of sorts. And I do believe it's the fact of like everything going on in the world with the pandemic, along with, you know, the social injustices that are going on in the world. So, and, you know, dealing with grief and stuff like that, you know, that stuff is real. Like, I've never grieved like this before. And a lot of times I'm hard on myself because I think, oh, you know, I've had other family members that died, and yeah, I was sad, but, you know, I didn't have family members pass away where, like, I couldn't see them, couldn't talk to them. My uncle's funeral I wasn't even able to go to because that was really, you know, at the height of things, and his funeral was in New York, which was like a hub or an epicenter for the virus. So yeah, I want to talk to a mental health professional. All right, like I was saying, I do want to talk to a mental health professional because, you know, I'm dealing with all these things and trying to unpack all this stuff myself. And, you know, I haven't been doing this alone. You know, I talk to my family, talk to friends and stuff like that. So that's been a great help. But I think it is definitely okay, even if you feel okay, to talk to somebody, because you never know. Some things that I've been doing to help with, you know, my anxiety and, you know, those feelings of depression is I've been talking to my friends. We've had get-togethers on Zoom and FaceTime. I've actually been able to go visit some friends and do some things later on in the pandemic to socialize with a limited group of people and family members. Also, you all know I have a podcast, so I do that with my friend Jasmine. So that's some interaction that I have, you know, with her outside of our, you know, normal friendship, or regular friendship. Also, I got a weighted blanket to help with my insomnia because I couldn't rest, I couldn't relax, I couldn't sleep, and, you know, that has helped. It would help me go to sleep, like take naps during the day. I started coloring, so I have a video for that. I showed y'all like me coloring. I'm still creating like YouTube content, so things that are creative have really been helping me. I also started creating shirts. Back in November, I bought a Cricut and I started making shirts. This one says airplane mode. You know, this is, you know, wishful thinking, manifesting, putting it into universe. I can get on a plane again and travel, you know, for real, for real. But I unofficially started a t-shirt company called Ellie Mae Designs, and I named that after my grandmother. because that's what I used to call her as a nickname. She really didn't like it, but she let me call her that. I've just been learning like new things and trying to do stuff that was creative. Like I've been doing my hair a lot, like braiding it, practicing that skill. I also took a webinar on how to do press-ons, even though I haven't done those yet, but baby, how to start doing that. Yeah, I just did a lot of stuff where I wanted to stay creative. I also started making personalized flashcards. And this came out of like a need. Like I saw I had these flashcards for my daughter for her ABCs, but a lot of the pictures she didn't like know what they were, and it wasn't stuff that she was familiar with or words that she could relate to. So I was like, let me see if I can find some black ABC cards. And then I was like, let me see if I can make some. And I did. And then I, you know, posted about it on my Facebook. I got one order, yay. You know, you gotta start somewhere. I have those things to keep me busy, keep my mind busy, keep my creative juices flowing during this time where I'm staying in the house. Because unlike some people, I don't have work to distract me. My job did not lose me because of the pandemic. My job lost me like a few weeks prior to the pandemic. I found out that my contract was not going to get renewed. So yeah, I was gonna finish out the school year and move on to different things, but God knew what he was doing. In my spirit, it wasn't the right place for me to be, and you know, I didn't need to be there. And I discovered that because every place I've worked before, I've always like made friends and been cool with people, and like been able to have, you know, a relationship with people, like even if it's just at work, you know what I'm saying? Of course you're not there to make friends, but you know, you still got to talk to people and socialize. Like I don't have to be friends with you outside of school or outside of work, but you know, we can be work friends. Like every job I've had, you know, work friends. And you know, there's only one job that one place I worked at where I still talk to those people. But that's fine. Like I said, I just wanted, you know, have a good relationship with everybody. But it seemed like I was having relationships with people at the place I was working, but it just, now that I look back at it, you know, people were just fake. They were just worried about themselves, doing their job, and you know, I feel like being nosy and being all up in my business and wanting not really support me and want to act like they're my friends in front of my face, but then behind my back it's a whole nother story. So you know, when I was at work, I shut down. Like once I realized there were snakes, I was like, you know what, I don't have to deal with this. I don't need you people. Let me collect my check, keep it moving, mind my business, keep my head down. And also I'm glad I'm not working there anymore, because when we were trying to do remote learning, there was no plan in place. And you know, I would message the school, you know, on like the school-wide email, like everybody that worked at my building, and I let them know, hey, my uncle is sick, my grandmother is sick, they're both in the hospital in New York. Oh hey, my family members have died. And I did have like coworkers reach out, you know, in support or whatever, and to check on me and to say if there's anything I can do, I can help you, and people are actually saying that I'm praying for you and stuff like that, which I can appreciate. But not once did any administrator or supervisor reach out to me, check on me. I didn't get flowers, cards. Not to say that you look for that stuff when you're grieving, but you do, you know what I'm saying? You look for comfort. You look for comfort when you're grieving, especially from a place where you're working. Yeah, I'm trying this new that literally got mine. This is a Giorgio Armani concealer sample that I got, so this might be really light. I don't know, I'm just trying it out. Anywho, but you expect some sort of comfort, you know, words help. To see that people, you know, reach out to you and whatnot, that helps. That's comforting in your grief, especially people that you work with and they're supposed to be your supervisors. But that just really let me know these jobs don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't. You know, thank you to the individuals that work there that reached out to me and communicated with me, but overall the job, they don't care about me. And it's a small like district. There's only like 4 schools in the whole entire district. There's pre-K, elementary, middle, and a high school. So literally the superintendent have reached out to me, but no, nobody did. And that hurt. That just made me realize that these jobs don't care about you, because you could die on Monday and your job will be posted on Tuesday. They don't care. Yeah, I had to get over that hurt. That was rough. This past weekend, I did look at, you know, jobs, work from home positions or virtual positions, remote positions, because I think that's the way the world is going right now. And even if I did find a job that I had to go to, I feel like we're gonna have another quarantine or something, because flu season is coming up. And even though, you know, doctors are trying to prepare people, saying get your flu shot, and the symptoms are different from this virus, there's still gonna be people that's gonna be sick and think it's the flu and think it's the virus, and still going to work, and parents still sending their kids, and stuff gonna get shut down again. I actually interviewed for a virtual high school a few months ago now, I think. Didn't hear anything back from them. That's ghetto. Y'all, this world do not care about us. They don't care about people. It's mad disrespectful. Like, I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear, no, you didn't get the job. I didn't hear, yes, you got the job. Like, that's tacky, okay? Tacky boots. So I've actually been a stay-at-home mom the entire pandemic, but officially now, I guess, been teaching my daughter. She is 3. Y'all have seen Harper on my channel before. She's at hotmess.com. But, you know, I've been teaching her letters and numbers and shapes and stuff like that, because the daycare she was in was an in-home daycare, but the childcare provider closed due to, bleep that out. And Harper had not been to school since the beginning of March until July. She did not do any formal learning things. So in August, I decided to start teaching her. I got her a book or pre-K skills to prepare her for kindergarten. Decided to teach her, you know, myself, and, you know, so she can have practice, get her ready for kindergarten, even though, because her birthday is after the cutoff date, she turns 5, she won't start kindergarten next year. Still want her to be prepared and stay in that active learning mode. So I do actually teach her, like sit down with her. She has assignments and little tests, and I also she has a Leap Pad Ultimate that we got her for Christmas that she uses. There's also apps on the iPad that I let her play. Over a year ago, my family and I made the crazy decision to move out of North Carolina and to live with my father to save money. And the plan was to stay here for just 1 year. And we are past that 1 year mark. By choice, but not by choice, but by design. It's God's plan. You know, we have things we want to do. We want to save money to buy a house. That's the ultimate goal. So, you know, we've been saving money, but timing is everything. So the time, the time has not come yet. So we moved to Virginia. We still live here. Looks like we're gonna be here a little bit longer, which is okay. But I am ready to have my own space, my own refrigerator. Yeah, just I'm ready to have my own space. I'm ready to like go to the bathroom when I want to. I'm ready to be as loud as I want to. Yeah, I'm just ready to have my own space and just do my own thing. You know, right now we have some plans that I'm not going to discuss. But yeah, things are in motion, things are happening without delay. Haha. As Pastor Pierce says, shout out to Mount Zion, Greensboro. Is it an ideal situation? No. You know, it could be worse. We could be living on the street. So, you know, y'all sound off in the comments. How y'all doing out there? How has this quarantine pandemic been treating you? What have you been dealing with? What have you been going through? How have you been coping with it? You know, we all have our stories. So, you know, share in the comments below. That's what this space is for. Back to talking about the pandemic. I'm grieving a couple trips that I was supposed to take. Like, I was supposed to go to Aruba on a girls trip. I was supposed to go my first cruise. No, I was planning a surprise trip for my first wedding anniversary to go to Mexico. So yeah, like all those plans just was like shut down. But I will say a lot of bad things have happened in the year 2020. A lot of bad things have happened and are still happening, but there has been some good come out of it. I know for me, you know, the opportunity to be able to sit still, the opportunity to be able to save money, not have to worry about anything during this time, the opportunity to spend time with my daughter. But yeah, need a break from her now. We've been around each other for March and it's September, but like it's been beneficial to spend time with her, like I said, just to have some time to like quiet, be with myself, be creative and think of ideas, and to educate myself, to learn things. That's been very beneficial during this time. I am glad that I YouTube and I've been vlogging and recording things that have been going on during this pandemic and being home in quarantine, and like actually spending time with family and like taking pictures and stuff. I can look back on this time and still see the happy moments during this time, even though there was a lot of craziness and just unexpected things that happened this year. You know, I can still look back and say, you know, I enjoyed my time, but I feel like there are good things that can come out of it. And everybody doesn't have the same story, and everybody may not feel the same way or even feel like there's any good thing that came from this. But for me, there was some goodness. You know, I've come out of this quarantine alive, healthy, whole. Lost some things along the way, but I'm still here. I'm still alive. Grateful for, you know, those precious moments, and, you know, just the position of privilege that I have. Definitely don't say those things to brag or to boast, but, you know, just to give testimony, you know, for my life, because I feel like there was a time in my life where I may not have been able to say that, or it could have been the other way. All right, wrapping up my look now, and to wrap up this video, let me mist first. I'm gonna wrap up this video by saying everybody in this world has been hit with a lot this year, and if you've learned nothing this year, I think it's to be considerate of others and understanding of their experience and their story and their journey. And you never know what someone else is going through or has going through. So you really got to show respect and show love to other people. And also, at the end of the day, do you, boo, and do what makes you happy. This might be your last time to do it. So, you know, as the world opens back up, you know, do what makes you happy, you know, be smart, be safe, you know, protect those you love and others, live your life, because at the end of the day, that's all you can do. All right, that is it for today's video, beauties, and this is my look. Thank you so much for watching, but before you go, make sure you go down below, click that subscribe button, and right next to that, click that bell notification button so that you never miss when I post. Like I always say, it's free, it's easy, and it's fun. Again, thank you so much for watching, beauties, and I'll see you in the next one. And make sure you sound off in the comments below. Bye.
No comparison.